Hello, and welcome to Terror Radio. Before we begin our morbid tale this evening, I'd like to ask you to turn off your lights for a more immersive experience. Death is defined as the total and permanent cessation of all the vital functions of an organism. Death is usually the end of one story, but not this one. No, our story this evening begins with a deceased Jessica Fowler, a woman that was found dead by her own son. Police reports state that she had hanged herself with some rope from the chandelier. The statement is both true and misleading, as we will see. Robert Fowler sits next to his mother's coffin, grieving her death. The door to the lobby shuts as Mrs. Fowler's attorney, Francis Patton, walks to Robert. I'm so sorry for your loss, Robert.
Thank you, Mr. Patton. It's been extremely tough.
I can only imagine. She was an incredible individual, and was always so proud of you.
Thank you, Francis. I'm assuming you're here for my mother as well?
Well, Mr. Fowler, the reading of the last will is usually handled in a more private setting, but as your mother insisted, it shall be read now.
Thank you very much.
I'll be right back with my laptop, and we can take a look at what your mother has to say. Robert rests a hand on his mother's casket, his eyes filling with tears as memories of his mother pass through his mind.
You were so proud when I graduated college and became an actor. You can make anyone believe anything you'd tell me after each show. I'm so sorry I let you down.
Okay, Mr. Fowler, let's take a look at what your mother has to say to you.
Hello, Robert. I'm sure that you're wondering why I chose to have my will so soon. I'm very glad to inform you that I'm currently instructing Mr. Patton to donate all my money to the Robertson Foundation to aid them in their cancer research, to prevent anyone else from suffering like your father had. As for you, Robin, you'll be receiving the estate. I'm sure you'll make many fond memories in the house, like your father and I have. I love you so much, my little Robin. And I want you to know that I'll be watching over you with your father. We're proud of you, and hope you will make a difference in this world.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Robert. We're all going to miss her. She was an incredible woman, and her generosity is going to help so many in need.
Yeah.
Do you need any help cleaning up?
No.
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Fowler, and my deepest condolences.
Guess I'll have to sell the house. Mom, if you only knew. I should start cleaning up. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Robert rests his hand on the coffin one last time, his hands trembling with sorrow. He stands in silence as he begins to feel a cold chill on his neck. Robert.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Robert, come here.
Wait, is that...
Robert, come to me. Robert directs his attention to the coffin, his eyes wide open in disbelief. He begins to feel a sweat dripping from his forehead as fear begins to overtake him.
It can't be. The medic checked her pulse. Hell, I checked her pulse. She can't be alive in there. My imagination is just getting the best of me. I know she's dead. And there's just no way she could have survived the... On the other hand, the only way to prove all of this is in my head is to open the coffin.
Please, Robin, let me out. Robert slowly reaches towards the coffin, his hand shaking more and more as it gets closer to the lid. A voice in his head tells him to leave the coffin alone, but his curiosity takes over as he lifts the lid, revealing the corpse of his mother laying still. The head tilted at an angle, but showing no signs of life. Robert leans forward.
Just as I thought. It's all in my head.
Robert looks down at the golden rings on her hands that lay crossed over her sparkling white dress. He reaches for them and slides them off her fingers one by one.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I hope you understand why I have to take these from you. Acting isn't paying enough, and I owe so much to bad people. I had to do it.
Robert stands back up after feeling a gust of cold air that chills him to his bones. He turns away to look if anyone is there with him before turning back to his mother's body.
Wait a minute. The neck, it looks fixed. And her eyes...
Robert stares into the empty, lifeless eyes of Mrs. Fowler, feeling more uneasy by the second. He reaches for the lid one more time as a hand grabs him by his collar.
You did this to me! You did this to me!
I am so sorry, Mom. Please let me go. I had no choice. I was either you or me. They wanted their money, and they'd kill me. Please, understand.
You hung me by the chandelier!
I couldn't let the police find out what I did.
You did this to me. And now I'm gonna do it to you.
Please. No, I'm so...
The day of the funeral, the attendants found it peculiar that Robert Fowler was nowhere to be found. However, when the priest opened the coffin for the service, the entire church was shocked to see Robert's body in the coffin as well. Robert's neck showing red marks where hands had been, and his neck tilted to the side as if something or someone had broken it.